Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 113 for Thursday, June 4th, 2026. Marty Sleva here, joined by Nick Calandra, Casey Wosu, and producer Eric. And we've made it to the biggest week of the year. This is the only week of the year that's longer than 7 days, which is exciting. Did you guys know that? Most weeks of the year, 7 days. This one, it's got like 10 to 11 days. It's Summer Game Fest. Very exciting. The festivities have been going on all week. Sony had their big showcase on Tuesday. We did a live watch along of that, but we'll be running down some of our post thoughts now that we've had time to digest it. What were some of the highs? What were some of the lows? What are we intrigued by? And that'll dovetail into our main topic, which is Summer Game Fest. Tomorrow evening, 4 p.m. Central, Casey and I will be back watching the Summer Game Fest live, the big Keighley showcase with y'all. Saturday's a bunch of indie stuff, and then we'll be back Sunday watching the Xbox showcase. So we're going to talk about all sorts of what we think we might see, some educated guesses, some safe predictions, then maybe some out of left field things. Nick, how are you doing?
I am doing all right. A little bit less stressed today because I got the apartment I wanted. So now comes the fun part of getting my house on the market in 10 days, selling it, moving by August.
What if we make your house like a Patreon thing? Like if you are there's like a certain tier, and if you subscribe to that tier, you get Nick's house.
Sure.
Think about
that tier would have to be the cost of the house, I would assume.
But also, that money would go to everybody on the team, and nobody on the team invested money into my house.
No, we invested spiritual money into the house. It's fine. Everything's fine. Casey, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's burning hot in my neck of the woods, and I'm usually like a melty boy when that happens. I get very tired very easily, and I want to take naps and such.
Yeah.
But I'm holding on because it is Summer Game Fest, and the games invigorate me to give me life.
Look at that. They're like Vita, the water of life.
I love them.
Remember the Vita?
Except Vita's dead.
The PlayStation Vita?
Yeah, that Vita was the dead one. Yes. And thank you so much. I already see some super chats in there. Remember, as of right now, our funding goal is for Jess and Jenna to do bingo round 2. This time, the two of them will be doing Stardew Valley. Very exciting. Thank you all for helping fund that. And remember, the Fallout streams are going to be starting a week from today. Jack and Jess wrapped up Dark Souls 2 today. I'm assuming, I didn't watch it, I'll just assume they wrapped it up.
No, they did. I was hanging out in the chat for a little bit. Jack is really good at the Dark Souls games.
Jack is shockingly good at those games.
Like, incredibly good at the Dark Souls games.
He's so good at them. It's
he's like Neo in the Matrix.
Yes. And then meanwhile, everyone else is like, Neo, there's like other things you could play. You don't just have to do this one. And Neo's like, no, I'm going back in. Jack me back into the same one.
I'm fucking up Agent Smith again. I don't give a shit.
I'm doing it again. Thank you so much, folks, in chat. Before we jump into our thoughts on the state of play from 2 days ago, Superb Owner, thank you so much. Re-upped in the Green Gang for 2 years. Caden, thank you so much for a dono. Not a prediction, but kind of hoping we see a Light Switch 2 announcement. Also, congrats on 100 episodes of Firelink. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. A Light Switch 2. Ooh. That'll be my first question.
Just a Switch.
Without going into too much detail, do you think we'll get hardware announcements?
No.
I don't think so. And I'd be
I guess that would
very
be
concerned.
Summer Game Fest, Xbox, or Nintendo. Those would be the three where we'd get hardware.
Xbox would be the most likely, but I don't want to see that.
Well, they already said there will be nothing about it at their showcase.
Good job. Great job on their part. Yeah. Get ahead of that.
It would just be a large black box with like a dollar sign and a question mark next to it.
The world will still be around when that Xbox comes out.
There you go. Fuzzy Freestyle, thank you so much for the dono. Happy belated birthday, Marty. Here's some money. Fun fact, my name is also Marty, and my birthday is on Saturday. Holy shit.
Whoa.
Is this like a looper?
Like a Martyception?
Could be some sort of Martyception, could be some sort of looper business. Regardless, I'm going to burn my social security card just in case. It's just to be safe.
Good thinking.
That's how you
put it. Happy belated birthday, Marty.
Thank you. It was great. I had a bacon, egg, and cheese. That was a highlight. It was great.
You went
It's
hard.
incredible bacon, egg, and cheese.
Good for you.
I like how you tried to put positivity in that, but like deep down inside, you're like, this is really sad.
It's like, why was that all you did?
No, that wasn't all I did, but it was a
Okay.
highlight. It was a really good
Oh,
bacon.
sorry.
Egg, cheese.
Yeah, he had a
No,
glass of
that's
juice.
quality.
I also had a glass of. I didn't have a glass of
No.
juice with it.
To be fair, a good bacon, egg, and cheese can absolutely turn your day around. Like it is a transformative sandwich.
That was like an inciting incident in the Birds of Prey movie. You remember that? How she like wanted to
No,
get that
I didn't.
breakfast
I didn't
sandwich?
watch that movie actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Really good looking bacon, egg, and cheese. Yeah. There you go. Ryan Betts, thank you so much for the donut. 100 episodes. Great job, fellas. I like the fact that we're getting congratulated on 100 episodes. I think that's
what's happening?
that was several months ago.
Is there an inside joke we don't know about?
I don't know. I like it, though.
We didn't create.
And then Quintuple, thank you so much for a $2 dono. Marty, you've just handed me virtual cocaine. Quintuple is referring to a pair of games that I stumbled across that are phone games for sportos. One of them is called 20-0. You just go to 20and0.com and you kind of have to draft the greatest football team of all time. And then the other one was it 82-0? Is that the other one, Quintuple? Whatever the other one is, these are all very silly games where you are just attempting to draft either a starting lineup in basketball or core positions on an NFL team based on parameters of it'll spin a team and a decade. So it'll be like, you need to choose someone who was on the Bulls in the 90s. And it's like, well, I'm probably going to choose Michael Jordan. But then it's tough because it'll be like, you need to choose someone on the Atlanta Hawks in the teens. You're like, well, I don't want anyone from the Atlanta Hawks. But yeah, taking up the world. Quintuple might be fired from his job because he's been playing so much, that's exciting.
Yeah, just make playing that game your job. That's what we did.
I told him that. I said, you could do that. You could tell your job. You could tell your boss, this is my job now. It's
like,
very
this
important.
is work now.
Yeah.
And yeah, when your boss leaves you comments, just don't read them.
It's exactly. Be like, no, this is important. And then Ryan Betts, thank you so much for the $2 dono. World premiere. Adventures Night video game for the Virtual Boy. What if there was an Adventures Night game at the showcases? We didn't even know about it. That wouldn't be good, right? If we didn't know about it.
Do we have a lawyer? Because
not for that.
I think that's the next step.
That would be like
we still got a lawyer up to get those AI Yahtzee voices taken down. Under Patreon, so we can afford a lawyer.
There you go. Yeah, to go after the Adventures Night video game, which may or may not exist. But video games that do exist were shown off in Sony's State of Play yesterday. As I mentioned, we did a little watch along of it. We had some, obviously, some thoughts immediately following. However, in the 2 days since, we've had some time to kind of sit on it, reflect on it. The two big games, the bookends, started with Wolverine and then ended with the reveal of God of War Laufey. Laufey.
I've not heard it spoken out loud, so it's anyone's guess.
Luffy. What did like 2 days on? What did you guys think of Wolverine?
Cool, bloody action hero game.
Yeah, it looks. It's Insomniac. Like they're a solid bet. Like I wouldn't bet against them. I think this will do great. But I am worried that it will fall into the same category of cinematic, like single player action adventure games that Sony as a publisher tends to pump out and are attracted to, that for me always land just a little flat. Like Spider-Man, I think, is a unique situation where like they're able to have their cake and eat it too, because to be Spider-Man is such a unique gameplay experience that's just really, really fun and really involved. Whereas Wolverine is a lot more conventional. Like, I'm going to go here, I'm going to beat up the guys, and then I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to beat up the guys. Like, I'm not sure how much more complicated Logan gets. So, yeah, like after just the initial shock of like, oh, that looks really, really pretty. I don't know how big of an impact it's actually going to have when it drops, but I feel the complete opposite for Laufey. Because of the Sony catalog, like the God of War reboot, I think was one of my favorites. Like I really, really liked the gameplay package that was in that. And Laufey's main character, Faye, seems like she's a little faster, like it's a little more hack and slashy, spectacle fightery, but not so much that it's a completely different thing. Like it's expanding that thing that I liked, but in a much more in a way that I gravitate to. So that had a really good showing. And gameplay wise, it just looked like a lot of fun. The combat encounters in that. So yeah, Wolverine, little more sour on Lao Fei. I'm still digging it.
Nice. Nick?
I like that neither game is going to be open world. I like that they're both going to be the more traditional Sony cinematic action games. I like having a few of those a year, so I have zero complaints. Like Wolverine, I think looks great. And yeah, more God of War I will never say no to from Sony Santa Monica. So the online discussion about the game is whatever, because the mixing of mythologies and the way they're doing it is way more interesting to me than just going to a new mythology. Like all this intermixing and what happens to gods after they die, I find to be really interesting concept. Because yeah, they're gods. So what does happen when they die? 'Cause I thought they were immortal.
They go to this place, which looks like it fucking sucks. I don't want to go to that place. This place looks terrible. Everyone's just in cages. I don't want to go there. Yeah, no, I agree. Wolverine to me so far, what they've shown, cool looking. So far, I'm just assuming it's going to play really well because I think Insomniac makes really good playing games. I still really want to get my hands on it just because I kind of agree with you, Casey, that like Spider-Man has a lot of stuff going on with him. He's got a lot of gadgets and kind of like almost like freestyle mobility. Whereas
like the movement is a thing that they're really good at. Whereas Wolverine is like he kind of jumps a bunch.
He's just kind of an animal who just lunges on things and cuts things. And so the combat looks cool. I'm curious how it's going to play. And yeah, I thought the new God of War looked super cool. And it's exciting that's their first, fully PS5 game as opposed to having to straddle two generations. Nick, any other games from Sony that stood out to you? You mentioned kind of on the smaller game front, that game Ill is something that is kind of piqued your interest.
Ill and The Lost Wild. Like I said in the showcase yesterday, like The Lost Wild, I've been following that game for God knows how long, 8 years maybe they've been working on that. I think it, obviously, I think they took some time off it at some point because it was a small debut indie project at one point, but now with Annapurna behind it, like clearly got a nice sizable budget, and dinos are in right now. I think dinos are in. There's a lot of dinosaur games coming. This one, the new Jurassic Park game. There's a lot of indie kind of multiplayer dinosaur games. So
you claiming it's Year of the Dino?
Claiming that, and it seems like now would be a good time to announce that Dino Crisis if they were doing that again.
Wow. Okay, if Dino Crisis gets announced this weekend, then we can officially declare it Year of the Dino.
I think that's fair.
If not, we have to put the dinosaurs to bed. Also, can we all agree T-Rexes shouldn't have feathers? It's weird when dinosaurs have feathers.
No, this happened. You were kind of on an island.
Someone snitched on me in Discord to Jesse.
Did Jesse come after you for it?
I didn't even know Jesse. No, Jesse was obviously very nice about it, saying that anyone can have any opinion they want and that sometimes feathers do look weird, but then dropped a lot of dinosaur knowledge, which I was a fan of.
That Ill game looks incredible. I want to see it and act. Like I want to get my hands on it before I really get too hyped about it, because it is from kind of that Eastern European area, and sometimes those games can look really good in pre-release stuff, and maybe not so much at release. So
yeah,
we'll see,
and not play as well. Yeah. Casey, any other games from the showcase standing out to you? Like, what's your temperature on the Marvel fighting game on Tokan?
The tag fighters aren't usually my bag, but it's a really pretty looking fighter, and it's an Arc Systems joint, so those tend to be solid and pretty in that way. I'm guessing this will fill in the slot that Marvel vs. Capcom used to have, which kind of was taken over by Dragon Ball Fighters. But that game, it's still going, but no, it's several years old at this point. So like new hotness is probably due to try and fill that slot. So that'll probably be fun. If I get hands on it, I'll check it out. But otherwise, it's fine. But I'm not necessarily hyped for it. Mm-hmm. What did catch my attention was. And say again.
Kamuri. You were pretty interested in that.
Yes, Kamuri. Yes, that absolutely stole my attention. Like the art in particular, like I'm kind of an art whore, I guess, because like it looked so good. The animation is so fluid. It reminds me a little of how not like how Arcane looks, but a little closer to how that Chinese anime I started watching, To Be Hero X, looks in certain sections. Like it has closer energy to that with like the flashing, like bright colors and then also like the sort of watercolory painted style. If that ends up being anywhere near the gameplay loop of Monster Hunter, which is another like just favorite franchise of mine, like I think I might be like a goner. Like this might just be my new obsession. So I would love to see more get hands-on with that if possible. And outside of that, I thought the new Stuntman game looked really fun.
Yeah.
Like I'm like a fake car boy. Like I like racing, I like cars, but I don't like do any extensive study on them. But just seeing a game that's like chucking all of these iconic like cinema cars, like I'm a big fan of cars in movies and media. So like yes, I want to play around with this, whatever this is doing. So that I want to see more of as well.
Nice. Yeah, one other recurring trend from the Sony conference is it started with us being like, man, it's kind of we don't really have a lot of dates set for the fall. And then we got a lot of dates, not really for the fall, just for September. September
for
has
1 week in
become
September.
kind of fucking insane. Just throughout, there's a few week span where we're getting Blood of the Dawnwalker, which is kind of that kind of vampire RPG by some former Witcher folks, Wolverine, Onimusha, Phantom Blade Zero, Silent Hill Townfall, Control
Phantom Blade got
Resonance.
pushed back to October.
What did?
Phantom Blade got pushed back to October.
Phantom Blade got pushed back to October.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, and then a couple of the games had the like, play it 3 days early thing, kind of thing that pushed it into September, I believe, including Ace Combat at the end of the month, which looked cool. But yeah, pretty crazy. And also, I want to see what happens tomorrow night at Summer Games Fest, at the Xbox Showcase, and at Nintendo. But it is very funny so far that it's almost everyone is like, we don't want any of that smoke when it comes to GTA. Like they don't want any of that.
I mean, for good reason. Yeah, it's going to be a problem when that game launches.
Yeah, obviously there's going to be like, people are already like, Devolver Digital's already trying to like use it to their advantage by being like, we're the only ones brave enough to release a game on the same day as GTA. So they'll like try to like probably put a goof game out that day, and it'll probably do pretty well. But yeah, it seems like so far that November's kind of just belongs to Grand Theft Auto, but we'll see if, obviously Xbox, Nintendo, or any of the other third parties have anything to say about that. Yeah, let's use that to let's bounce into the rest of Summer Games Fest, which, like we mentioned, tomorrow night is going to be the Keighley Showcase. So that's where we're going to see a lot of third party stuff. Sunday will be Xbox, and then there's been some scuttlebutt that we might be getting a Nintendo Direct on Tuesday, but nothing has been confirmed yet. So big TBD on that. But yeah, I guess let's start with Summer Game Fest proper, which is the Keighley show that he's going to be putting on Friday. Again, these tend to have any number of things from pretty much any publisher you could think of. In terms of stuff I want to see, plus think is a safe bet, I think this is where we get the reveal for the Final Fantasy VII trilogy remake.
Okay.
This is where he's shown it. He's shown this off before at Summer Game Fest. I want to say 2023 was when the big trailer for Rebirth was, so 3 years ago. Then the game came out early 24. I could see it, the third part of this game is very much going to be built on the bones of the second one, kind of leaning into that open world stuff. So I do not think it's going to be as long a development time between the first and the second one, which was 4 years. I think a 3 years kind of sweet spot makes sense, and I could see this game coming out next year. So I don't know. That's probably that's one of my safe bets for what we'll see at Keighley. Nick, what is something you think we'll see at Keighley? Hope we'll see at Keighley?
Yeah, I wrote on a few things. I think Jedi 3 is either going to be at Xbox or Keighley. I think that's a safe bet on that one, just because There's been a lot of like rumors around it recently, and once you start kind of getting that rumor mill spinning up, usually means something's out there. Disney was even talking about Cal Kestis being in like live action soon, so they seem to be talking about it a bit more. So I'm kind of waiting to see that one. The one game I'm really curious about is the developers of Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey have been teasing something for a couple months now. Like every few days, they've been posting a little weird kind of coded thing on their social media. And it seems like they've been gearing up to announce their next project relatively soon, as they've been ramping that up. So that studio is from the former creator of Assassin's Creed, Patrice Desilets.
Yeah, Desolate.
Yeah, and I think they're obviously the scuttlebutt is that they might have gone back to something that was like his canceled Ubisoft project, like 1666.
Like that caveman? No, that wasn't.
No, that was
Ancestor.
Ancestors.
That was the studio's previous game.
Right.
1666 was supposed to be like his new historical IP doing something. So I think whatever he's working on might have gone back to that. I always forget how well like Ancestors actually sold.
Did it?
Is that a lot?
Oh, crazy. I reviewed that game. I thought it
sold a few million copies. I think partially because it was like one of the few games that was like being promoted heavily on Epic at the start.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it feels like that game has no lasting footprint.
No, it doesn't. But also, he's the creator of Assassin's Creed, so I'm sure he has almost an endless pocketbook of money to use. So.
Sure, yeah.
The other game I'm kind of expecting to be announced because it's been about three years is Dead Island 3. I think we know Dambuster Studios has been working on another one. And I think with Metro now announced finally a few months ago, I think Deep Silver's kind of got openings in their lineup to get things going again, and I do believe Dead Island 3 is going to be one of those. Question is, where's it going to be set?
I don't know. I feel like like a Dead Island 3, a Dying Light 3, it doesn't do anything for me. Like I don't know if I'm just
I feel the same.
Beaten down by zombies that like you need to do something very different to get me interested. I
actually like Dead Island 2 a lot more than Dying Light 2 or Dying Light the Beast. Like I had a pretty damn good time with Dead Island 2. I think
those
mostly
because State of Decay.
Yeah, I think
which is still in development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No idea how that works.
Yeah, that's kind of my big predictions. We know we'll be seeing more of that new game from Maverick Studios, which they just announced, which was like the the new car game, Clutch. It's like a cinematic racer with a full story and everything.
That's the former.
I saw that trailer.
A bunch of former Forza Horizon devs,
like playground games.
Playground games. Pretty much, we'll do our own version of the thing we were doing previously.
The video that they released was it was the studio head talking about kind of the normal, this is so realistic, we're just gonna have all these like licenses and stuff like that, like all the normal stuff you would expect from a game that's trying to do that in that space, and then said that there was a trailer for it somewhere because they were just kind of showing clips as he was talking. I could not find that trailer that actually said what the game was.
Yeah, they did a weird reveal. So they basically did a live stream, then took down the live stream and re-uploaded the live. It was kind of a mess.
I still don't actually know what that game is trying to do. Like I was very interested in learning about it, and he mentioned story-driven.
It's a story-driven open world racer, and like has an incredible amount of customization. Like you can customize everything on your car, even like the inside, like what you put on your windshield.
Yeah, you can put like you can make it dirty, you can
throw like used tissue in there. Eric, the name is called Clutch. But yeah, we'll be seeing more of that, and then the last game I think we'll see more of finally is that new game from Wolf-Eye Studios, who made Evil or the Weird West, because they had already announced their new game basically, but haven't fully announced it yet. I think we'll see that too.
Yeah, and this was these were folks from Arcane who worked on Dishonored, and I think the idea was that this was more of like a first-person immersive sim.
Yeah, they're known for
a la Dishonored. Yeah, as opposed to the more isometric stuff.
Yep.
Did you have any Thoughts, Casey? We had a couple super chats that came in that actually I think I'd be curious to get your temperature on. One was from John Blee, saying that after a decade of following the announcement of High Guard, or after the debacle of following the announcement of High Guard at the Game Awards, do you think Jeff will double down and spotlight a game he's genuinely excited for, or might he just play it safe? So that was High Guard at the Game Awards was the one last thing. I would say a non-traditional one last thing, because a lot of times the one last thing is like, I think Final Fantasy VII Part 2 was a one last thing a couple summers ago, like a known quantity kind of thing. Like, I don't know, do you think like was the High Guard everything a teachable moment for Keighley?
So my question, do we know if the High Guard devs knew their game was going to be the last one? Like, did they have advance notice of that?
Yeah,
they did. Okay, because I'm assuming prior to that, anyone would have been thrilled for Jeff to say, "Oh, we want to show your game, and we'll make it like our last thing." Anyone would have been happy as fuck for that.
Oh yeah.
At this point, no. Only the big dogs are going to stand in that spot.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
No one is going to try that.
People are going to lose their shit because they know X is, it's going to be whatever series.
Like From Software had that spot in the past.
I think if it was anything but a big hero shooter, I think would be received better.
I don't know. At this point, like the internet is so cynical. Like if it's just not a thing that people like can recognize and be excited for, like they might just throw all of their animosity at why is this here and not the thing that I wanted or the thing that I think should be here.
Yeah, it's
like,
either
so risky.
I mean, he could have revealed the new God of War there, and the internet still would have lost their shit. So, like,
no, I think they'd been fine with something like that.
Are you kidding me? They've been screeching all week about God of War not having Kratos.
That's fake internet.
Yeah, that's not.
I'm talking about real internet where we try to put together a basketball lineup to go 82-0. That's real internet.
I mean, if you were to reveal re-reveal Fair Games as the final thing, I think people might actually burn down his house.
So, I do not think the reveal is going to be a live service game and a multiplayer thing.
So
I think because his final reveals that have really performed well have been stuff like Intergalactic and, like you mentioned, FromSoft or Final Fantasy. Like it is like either have it be one of the biggest developers on the planet or one of the biggest franchises on the planet. And that just seems like the safe thing to do. Or just show another Silksong trailer. I know the game already came out and was really cool, but just do it again.
Just do it again.
I was going to say that final trailer might be a gameplay reveal for the Duskbloods, but it's also kind of a risky multiplayer one, so maybe not.
Yeah. I also don't know, is that up to Nintendo? Like, is Nintendo producing or publishing this game? I actually don't know.
Is there a Nintendo game that could fill that last slot? Like would Nintendo be like, yes, put this in the slot, and folks would like go nuts, or would?
I think they should save the money and just go to the Nintendo Direct. They don't need to pay for that.
If they probably was the Ocarina of Time remake. Yes, I think people would lose their mind. I don't think it seems like Nintendo is more and more like kind of
we don't need to.
We'll do our own.
Or just like, well, we don't want to loan out any of our toys. We want to play with them ourselves.
I would say the safe bet would be Jedi 3 to be in that slot this year.
Sure, like a CG trailer.
A real trailer.
Yeah, people would like that. Yes.
Yeah, I get behind that.
I don't think that's worthy of a last slot, but that's just me, and I'm weird.
No, it's understandable. I mean, Star Wars it's the third. Yeah, if you want something new and refreshing, but it has to walk that like tightrope of like, I want it to be new, but it can't be something like, oh, okay, wait a minute, High Guard's a little.
Like it's new, but it's a thing that I wanted. Like that's that's the sweet spot for me. I think
that's what I thought the God of War thing was. Like I was like, ooh, this is an unannounced game, but immediately I'm like, yeah, I want this. Like, so yeah, I think that's a smart way to do it. Jared Samples over in the Patreon, thank you so much, Jared, said, gonna swing really big for the fences here, but a Kingdom Hearts 4 re-reveal teaser, or at least confirmation that it was rebooted like Dragon Quest 12, Platinum's return, maybe with a new Nier game, and then a Total Dream, Bioshock 4, and Judas finally getting release dates. Bonus points if Team Eco shows more of their next project. Jared, I would love for one of these to be true.
Judas won't happen.
I really hope
they already
said
it's 20. Yeah, the Judas won't happen because they already said it's a FY 2029 game. So that game's still a couple of years away.
But Ken knows it's on my bingo card, so he might try to rush it out.
He might do that.
Because you know what they say, a delayed game does not count for bingo, but a rushed out shitty game still gets you some points. That's what they say. That famous Miyamoto quote. Casey, are there any, before we move on to Xbox proper, are there any other kind of bigger third party things you're hoping to see yet?
I'm honestly drawing a blank on just things that I would want to see from third parties. I feel like there are enough games. Like we might be drowning in games right now. Like Summer Game Fest just started and September is full. Like it's full. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll be happy with whatever they release as long as it looks cool and such. Mm-hmm. But I think I'm good. Like there's a lot to play right now. The only thing I'm really waiting on is Ananta. That is also on my fantasy league thing, but that game looks like a lot of fun. And hopefully it is real and comes out this year.
Jeff has had a close working relationship with Pearl Abyss in the past. Pearl Abyss.
Yes, he has.
They got the little baby game out the door this year. Is it time we see what the real meat and potatoes?
Apparently there's DLC coming for Crimson Desert soon, so
yeah, I don't think you're getting Doku V until 2028, 2029.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any Doku V here, but I am confident that they are working very diligently on it.
Now they got all this extra money, they can make it even bigger than they wanted.
They'll let those kids actually be like full adults now.
Oh my god, they're gonna be taller. They're gonna be long.
You know, I would have lost my shit if like it was announced during the Summer Games Fest stuff that Warhorse was working on that Lord of the Rings game. I would have lost my shit.
Yeah, I'm imagining they are working on it in that.
It has.
You're now working on the game
for a while.
Yeah, like they signed some paperwork.
Yeah, it's like that David Cage
recruitment drive.
Yeah. Moving on to Sunday Xbox. Obviously, we know their big game this year is going to be Gears of War E-Day. It has kind of after the Xbox showcase, it has its own little mini deep dive. In the past, it slots games like Starfield and I don't know what had it last year. Call of Duty had it one year. I don't know if it was Call of Duty last year. It might have been.
I think it was Black Ops 7 last year.
Yeah. Nick, obviously you're looking forward to Gears. You're a big old Gears boy.
Yeah. I cannot. Yeah. I'm going to be rushing back from my camping trip this weekend to try to get back to watch this with you guys. I am so excited to see this game. Sadly, like I would have been okay with Gear 6 and continuing that storyline, but being back with Marcus and Dom and Emergence Day, like that's a time period I've always wanted the games to really explore. So, I'm incredibly hyped for this. Also, I just missed Gears of War multiplayer. That was my baby for a long time. So I will be more than pleased to jump back into that. And my big prediction on Gears of War, because they keep kind of talking about it even today, Asha Sharma was talking about their plans for exclusivity. I do think Gears of War is going to kind of mark that return to Xbox kind of branding push they want to go for, where this game is a system seller for Xbox and PC. I don't think this will come to PS5. I think Fable, I've gone back and forth on Fable coming to PS5 and them disbanding those plans, but I think Fable's a more risky IP than Gears of War, so it might make sense to sell that more. But
you know what Asha Sharma should start doing? She should start doing the Peter Moore and start getting tats. Start getting tattooed of all the different announcements. Get a cool Halo 2 release date tattoo and a GTA 4 release date tattoo. Casey, what aside from Gears, what at Xbox is there anything in their portfolio that you're specifically looking forward to? Now that we know Perfect Dark can't be our fallback anymore.
Sad boy.
What's crazy is because of all of the saving of face that Asha Sharma has been doing, I'm holding out a little bit of hope that she'll say, "Oh, we're gonna get Perfect Dark back on track." Like this was a big goof, and we're gonna fix it, y'all. Like I'm holding out hope that happens.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't know. Xbox, they still have a ton of studios under their belt that have kind of been silent, and even though a bunch of things have been, like scuttled, I don't know. Like, what's the name? Not Ninja Theory.
They're working
Hellblade 2
on Hellblade 3.
Yeah, should they be?
Well, the rumor, the talk on that from Jez and people in the know is that they're going for an action. They're like making an actual game, like going back to their action adventure roots with it.
So maybe call it Hellblade 2 because like like rename 2 to some sort of like side story and then try it again, because that should not have been what the sequel to Senua's Sacrifice was. So like I still love Ninja Theory. Like everything they've made prior to that have been like some of my favorite games. So if they have something to show, I will sit up and pay attention to it. But let's all just forget about Hellblade 2. Let's give them a little grace on that one.
Let's give them a little grace. Over in the Patreon, Mr. and Mrs. Monarch, thank you so much, said Elder Scrolls 6 Shadow Drop. I bet my house on it. Don't tell my wife. I don't think
Take that
that's I don't think that's going to happen. Do you think, just in terms of core Bethesda, do you think we see anything from the Elder Scrolls 6, like even a whisper? Or do you think we see anything from Fallout that isn't 76? So I'm talking whether it's Bethesda doing a Fallout thing or whether it is like Oblivion, a remake of Fallout 3 and or Fallout New Vegas. Do you think?
I do think
remakes are safer bets. Yeah,
remakes are safer bets.
That's almost been it's been leaked a few times that they're working on that with the same studio that did the Elder Scrolls or Oblivion remake. So
you know what else got leaked a couple times? Twilight Princess and Wind Waker on Switch, and I still don't got those.
Because every time they get leaked, Nintendo like baseball pitches it down.
We've canceled another Star Fox Netflix series.
Like, they don't give a fuck. You people word of this, it's gone. They just punish you.
Yeah, I would agree with there that I could see either Fallout 3 or New Vegas getting kind of that Oblivion treatment. That being the thing they show, as opposed to like a real Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls.
They'll probably lose their minds if they just bundle them together as a remake.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
That's a good idea.
I want to rapid fire a couple games that we know Xbox is working on and see what you guys think. Do you think we'll see Blade from Arcane Leon? The
that'd be nice.
Yeah,
that'd be nice. I would like to see that. I don't know if we will. I would like to see that though. I forgot about that game. It's been a while.
Nick,
when was it first announced?
It was first announced
2 years ago?
2 summers ago, I want to say.
Eric is saying 2023 at the Game Awards.
2023 Game Awards. Okay, then 2.5 years ago. Yeah.
I do think we'll see it. I won't say why I think we'll see it though, because I might know some stuff.
Ooh la la!
All right. Well, all right.
That was me trying to speak French.
I don't. I mean, I don't like. I don't know. I don't know for sure if they're showing it there or not, but I do think you're gonna. I think it might close the show.
You think it's going to close the show?
I think that will be a good one. Yeah, that would be a good one because it's a thing people know about. Like it's tied to a big IP. It has been announced at some point before, but if they have gameplay to reveal now, like everyone's jaws will drop, especially if it's good looking gameplay. I think that's a good place for it. Yeah,
I think the good looking gameplay is the important thing.
Yes,
it can't be bad gameplay. It's got to be good gameplay.
But it might not be gameplay is the thing. It could just be like a big like scissor reel trailer of cinematics, and folks will still lose their minds. I would want to see gameplay, but like I think that's still a good spot for something like that.
I'd agree. I think a very safe bet is I keep seeing Kojima posting pictures with all these actors, and it's all these actors who've been associated with OD, the horror game, and I think it's a very safe bet to say we see whatever the hell OD, the Kojima horror thing he's making in partnership with Xbox is. We saw, it got revealed, and then we saw a trailer of it. There's really no way to know. A year ago, 10 years ago, it's all the same.
You think that's a 2027 game?
Yeah, we'll say that's a 2027 game. I don't know what this thing is. Like, like scope wise.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was gonna say it's also like a first-person horror game. Is it going to be a Death Stranding level development?
No, because like their big game was Death Stranding 2, and their next big game is Fizzant. The game that really needs a different name. I don't want to be saying Fizzant for the next like 30 years.
Sounds like not a pheasant is what it sounds like.
Yeah,
That's what
not
you're
a
saying.
pheasant. It's different than a pheasant. Don't go in the comments saying we're talking about the pheasant game.
I don't know. This OD joint, personally, I think it's probably closer than we think because I get the vibe that this is much more like cinematic and story driven than it is gameplay heavy. And even Death Stranding was a much quicker turnaround than I think I had originally thought, that most people thought, because it just wasn't as much game that we thought it was at the time. So I think Kojima might, he's futzing around in like movie land anyway. So like, yes, this is the closest thing he'll probably get to making a movie. It probably won't take that long.
Incredibly rude thing to say. He's going to be our next Kane Parsons. Heartwarming. A 70-year-old man has directed a movie. The last one I want to bring up, Clockwork Revolutions. Is that the name of it?
I think it's singular.
Yeah. Clockwork Revolution, one of them. I've been very curious about this game. This game is like very much the kind of like, it's BioShock, but it's not BioShock, but it's kind of BioShock, but it's not BioShock.
It looks more BioShock than Judas does.
Yeah, and it looked really cool the last time we saw it. So do you think we see that and it gets kind of, maybe that's like an early 27 game? Although Fable's early 27, it got bumped, so.
Well, February, I think this will be their like May game, kind of like where they put
Doom last year.
Doom
Forza
and
this year.
When did South of Midnight that launched in like April?
That was like March or April, yeah.
Yeah.
I think this will hit around that time when it's like a safer time to release a new IP because there won't be every game in February or September.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's go over some super chats because some of these lean into.
You didn't even bring up Halo.
What's there to bring up in Halo? You can bring up Halo. What's going on with Halo?
Well, we just got the remake coming. That's about it.
I keep forgetting that's.
I know,
right?
You can't remake a game twice and get me excited for it.
You can do
that once. You can do it once. You can do it once, and I'll get excited. That being said, when the Ocarina of Time remake gets revealed, the second time it's been remade, I'll lose my mind. When Persona 4 remake, the second time it's kind of been redone, I will also lose my mind.
Well, the reason I asked about Halo, do you think we'll hear anything about the future of Halo at this showcase? Probably not, because it's Gears focused.
I don't think they know what the future of Halo is. Like, they're starting with this remake because, like, again, they don't know what to do going forward. So their only choice is to look back. So once this is like a thing, if it does well, then maybe they can start thinking about what's next. But I doubt we'll hear about concrete plans.
The rumor is that they're remaking the whole trilogy, and I'm like, why? Like Halo 2 and 3 hold up just fine. You don't need to touch those games. Leave them alone.
Yeah. I mean, is there anything, Nick, as someone who, loves those games in that series, is there anything that you would want to add to them that you can think of? Like, oh, Halo 1 would have been great if this, or 2 or 3.
I mean, Halo 1, I'm completely cool with them remaking that. I don't think Halo, like I've said continuously, I don't think Halo 1 has aged very well. So I'm excited to see the changes they do to that. Halo 2, I mean, literally has a remaster that makes it look modern, and it still looks great today. And Halo 3 still looks great, even at 4K. So I would like to see them do something with Halo Reach. I would have liked to see that get a nice, bump. But yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know if they're just going to reboot entirely from Infinite. I don't know if they're just going to. The fuck they're going to do with Halo? I don't know.
Is rebooting your early successes the video game equivalent of like a midlife crisis? Like I'm gonna leave my wife, start dating a 20-year-old, and I'm gonna start driving a convertible. And it's like, you are in your late 50s, sir. What are you doing? You have grandchildren. Is that the equivalent of so many franchises? It's like, we haven't had a win in a while. What do we do? Let's go back. Like Resident Evil doesn't know what to do, and it's like, fuck it, let's go back and remake the ones they like. Metal Gear doesn't know what to do. Fuck it, let's go remake the ones that they like.
If they're gonna do anything with Halo, I think they're gonna do. I mean, they kind of did it with Halo Reach, but you can go even earlier than Reach. I think they're gonna do what they're doing with Gears of War. Is Gears of War E-Day is kind of the kickoff moment for everything. Reach is the kickoff moment that everybody knows, or if you go back to the books, there's more leading up to that, like the
creation of Master Chief.
That whole storyline that they explored in the shows and made a bungalow. So we'll see. I think you go forward again with Halo.
Damn, go forward. That was nice. Let's go over some super chats. Captain Prez, thank you so much for the $10 dono. Wolverine's face looks weird, like he's oddly gormless. What does gormless mean? I'm gonna Google gormless.
Is that a typo?
No, gormless is a chiefly British slang that describes someone who's foolish, slow-witted, or lacking in common sense. He looks like a dummy.
I mean, say his face makes him look dumb.
Yeah, he's got a dumb face.
He's wearing a mask to kill people. So
I mean, of the core X-Men, I think he's one of the dumb ones, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's known for like his high intelligence and strategic.
Kind of just a brute.
Yeah, kind of has this whole berserker mode thing going on with him. Nick Knoll, thank you so much for $2 dono. Seen any of the BTS photos of Jack Quaid doing mocap as Frank?
He's in a big pipe cube.
It's very funny. He's doing mocap on like the Sony stages in like a pipe cleaner or like a pipe cube because he's playing the gelatinous cube that was revealed.
That is so stupid.
I also like the theories of like the gelatinous cube is a fake out and it's going to be something like the water inside is mythical. And people are like now looking up like what are kinds of mythical waters that it could be. Like it could be like the water in Excalibur's lake from like Arthurian legend. I'm like, I think he just might be a cube.
Yeah, what if he's just a cube, y'all?
He just might literally be a cube.
The cube doesn't bother me, but I will say, like on the box art, it looks kind of stupid.
It looks very silly, but I'm hoping it leans into that because God of War could be a little bit sillier. God knows it.
Yeah, why not?
Silly. Be silly. Fungus Finder.
Back in the day,
think they got jokes. Remember, he had sex with 2 women at once.
That was funny.
Impossible. Fungus Finder, thank you so much for the $2 dono. Marty, I missed your HBD, so here's a spicy HBBD. What do you think the second B is for? And it was spicy. Oh no.
Happy Big Butt Day.
Oh, Big Butt Day. That's fun. Captain Press, thank you so much for another dono. Marty had a birthday, money for a tchotchke. We're going to take that money. We're going to buy so many tchotchkes. Little wingdings. Little knickknacks.
Have at it.
The tchotchke fund. Prime Paradiso, thank you so much for a £2 dono. Sad Boy Cloud has to show, and Part 3's title, Return. That's the other big thing is what's this third Final Fantasy game going to be called? It has to start with an R. I mean, it doesn't have to, but the last 2 have, and so it would be weird if it didn't start with an R.
Yeah, I'd be upset if it didn't.
The problem is it had the perfect name, but they wasted it when they did their little zhushed up version of Crisis Core a few years ago and called it Reunion. And Reunion is a big plot point in Final Fantasy VII as well. And so that kind of would have been the perfect name for it. They already used it. There's not that many R. There's only like 5 more R words, and one of them is very bad. We're not allowed to say it, and it should not be the title of the game. I would be very upset.
Even though it is in the original game.
Even though Tifa does say it in the original game, and it's shocking when she does it.
Oh man,
rim job.
It could be rim job. It could be rim job. Famously, when Tifa and Cloud hook up that one night at the base of the High Wind. Famously, there's rim jobs. Blue Team, thank you so much for a $2 dono. Here's hoping for a Persona 6 reveal at the Xbox Showcase. This kind of bleeds into one of my big predictions. I think Xbox and Sega are going to be sitting in a tree during the showcase. I think we're going to see a lot from Sega. Or maybe just this weekend we're going to see a lot from Sega because we don't know a lot what's going on with Sega. They have that Stranger Than Heaven game, which they've been showing off quite a lot. Yeah, but we haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog in a while. And all sorts of shit is leaking about Sonic the Hedgehog, like deluxe editions of Sonic Frontiers. And I don't know why they're doing that. Just put Sonic Frontier behind us. Just go forward. Just move forward. Keep going with the
Sonic
next game.
Frontiers is one of the better of the 3D Sonic games they've made. I know it's not like a great game.
I loved it. I genuinely loved it. And so
yeah,
if they make another game that is just that.
Yeah.
They make another game that's just that.
Make it good. Make it better than that.
Well, if they just make it good.
Yeah,
think
try
about
that.
We know they've still been working on stuff like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio. I feel like we could see those. And then I do think we're going to see 2 Personas. I think we're going to see Persona 4 Rewind, and it's going to get a date. And I think that date's going to be early next year. And then I think we're going to get to reveal Persona 6. And I think it's going to be about spies. Graffiti spies. I don't know what that means. But they're going to be graffiti spies.
Fantasio coming to Switch 2.
Metaphor Red Fantasia. Oh, no, that wasn't real. That was a fake account.
Oh no! I said I think their Nintendo reveal will be coming to Switch 2.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the thing because there was like a fake story that a bunch of news outlets picked up today that was based on someone's account that was just the name of the name of the director, and he's just like tweeted it out, and like a bunch of people picked it up. Like, this isn't even a real account. What are we doing? Also, why is someone pretending to be the director of the game? Like, what is anyone doing here?
Why is just someone be?
Why do they be? My main question is, why do they be? But yeah, Laboratory Maniac said, I'm mostly curious to see if anyone is brave enough to announce a game for a November release date. Is anyone willing to take on GTA 6? And do we think GTA 6 really won't get delayed again? So do we think this date is set in stone? And like, do we think there will be someone's going to release a big game within a week before or after it, right?
A big
Call
game?
Duty's October.
There's no Pokemon, which is always famously in November, like Thanksgiving slot.
EA, it already leaked that that Star Wars Tactics game is coming in August. So that would have been EA's big game.
I forgot about that.
That sounds fun.
I really can't think of any other big games that would hit in November at this point. Like Gears of War, maybe, but I think that'll be
a foolish place to put that game.
Yeah, I don't know when they're going to hit that one.
They wouldn't dare. Xbox? No. They are scared shitless right now.
But think about this Sonic Frontier remastered. Think about that.
Why not? Why not send it out to die?
It's not going to be out to die. He's going to use his power of his friends and the crystals, and he's going to beat GTA. But are we positive it's actually coming out in November?
I don't.
I feel pretty strongly about it. You think it'll be delayed again?
No, I don't think it'll be delayed again.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty strongly that it'll drop.
Yeah.
It's a year later.
Yeah. It's insane that I had GTA 6 and Mean of the Hollower last year, and I just don't have them this year in the draft.
Too close to the sun.
It's on me. I could have drafted them. I just thought it wasn't fun to draft the same games.
I agree.
Yeah. Frog Parts, thank you so much for $2 dono. Here before Amazon ruins the Bond games. So really quick, this got picked up some news stories, but then got clarified. So I didn't even put it as a news story here. But there was someone, I don't have the story open in front of me, but someone from Amazon proper who the owners of the James Bond IP kind of made a statement about going forward, IO Interactive won't be publishing Bond games because this was a deal from before we took over and everything. And the initial reporting made it seem like they were kind of like, oh, is this Bond game going to be a one and done? And then Amazon's going to be like, we're going to put our internal teams that have such a great track record of releasing all those MMOs that people love. But no, they clarified it. The way I took it was very much just oh no, we're happy with the work they're doing. It's just if a new game is released, they wouldn't publish it. We would publish it and partner with them. Right? Is that Nick? Is that kind of what you took, Casey?
That's a very reasonable way of looking at it. The internet is not reasonable anymore. So
sure,
of course not.
If you even thought about it for a second, especially people in games and media who cover this shit for a living, what studio at Amazon's going to make it? They don't have any.
Did that one MMO that got canceled?
they're not around anymore.
Crucible, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Crucible. Yeah.
I like the way it was phrased in the message. I understand the worry that struck. especially since we've heard nothing from IO Interactive about anything like that. Like this is just some executive tied to Amazon who does own the franchise, essentially saying what's going to happen in the future with it. So the thing that was brought to my attention is IO self-published this game because they can do that, and that's what they want to do. They were able to free themselves from Square Enix, if I'm not mistaken, right? In the past, because of how they were kind of devaluing the releases that they were making. For them to kind of get in bed with another big publisher does seem like maybe a thing that they might have reservations about. So if there is a sequel planned and Amazon is like, we want to be the ones to publish it, they might just say no. Like that's a possibility too. And then we don't have a developer tied to the IP that people want.
I think
so. Like I don't think we know how this will end.
I think IO has a bit more leverage considering this game sold over 2.2 million copies already. I think they'll have a bit more leverage to say what they want to do.
I think they have leverage, but I do also think it is kind of like, well, like IO's whole thing was they kind of they gained independence, and so like how keen are they at the idea of losing a bit of that independence again? Because not ownership just for that. Like I think
would just be publishing the game. That's not really losing.
No, I know, and I think there's too much money on the table to be made by all parties for them to fuck this up. I think they'll find a way to go forward with this because the game is good. B, the game is sold well.
I think that's exactly why they could fuck this up, because of how much money is on the table. Like,
yeah, I mean, I guess
like this is the best-selling game that IO has ever made.
Yeah.
And they get all of it because they self-published it. Like they pay whatever they paid, I guess, for the rights at the time. I don't know how that deal actually breaks down, but like they get the lion's share. For Amazon to now step in and say, no, we want that, and they really don't get to do anything new. Like IO knows how to do all the parts of it. They just get to come in and take a cut. They might just say no. Like I honestly feel like they do have the leverage to say, we don't want that and we're not going to do it. And they'll just move forward with, their own IP that they do own going forward. Because I highly doubt that Amazon is going to take anything less than, no, we own this, therefore give us whatever percentage we're entitled to because we own it, even though they didn't do any of the work.
But
like, I think that's a strong possibility.
You're forgetting that Amazon would be funding the development of the game instead of IO.
I mean, that's like blood money. Hitman blood money. Because IO doesn't need it.
That's the trade-off, though. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think IO knows exactly how those relationships works, and they fought their way out of it once before. So like, that's all I'm saying.
Again, the difference was Square Enix owned them outright. The IO still owns themselves. The publishing deal.
The probably the best analog, which several people in chat have brought up, were the kind of Larian Hasbro relationship with Baldur's Gate.
That's a good pull.
I don't think anyone could fuck up a situation as badly as that was fucked up on Hasbro's part. To be like, you have a generationally beloved game on your hands, like just don't fuck this up. And then spoilers, they did. Yeah, it's funny.
I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 made Larian basically fuck you money. So, 2.2 million copies is really good money for IO. It's not. I don't think it's the fuck you money that Baldur's Gate 3 made.
Does that guy sleep in armor?
Sven?
Yeah.
He might.
That seems uncomfortable.
He wasn't on armor when I interviewed him. He was in armor when I left the studio. That was funny.
It was only half armor. His bottom half was all armored up when you interviewed him. S6, thank you so much for the $5 Australian dono. I know, quote unquote, games industry doom and gloom is tedious, but 2026 Summer Game Fest, I'm not hyped for. We can't afford games or hardware. How does Summer Game Fest adapt to that?
I don't think it does.
Yeah, I think it's head in the sand.
The games industry just moves forward.
Yeah, I think, it is kind of a burying your head in the sand. I do agree, S6. It is kind of insane to try to hold those two conflicting thoughts simultaneously in your head of, holy shit, it is insane that the Steam Deck went up that much money and that consoles are going up in price and that this is only going to get worse before it gets better. With, damn, do you see all those trailers? They look cool. Look how many games I added to my wish list. Like, it is weird to hold those two thoughts in my head simultaneously, but I do. And honestly, a lot of if that AAA kind of fuels that doom and gloom, focus on the indie shows, maybe. Like focus on like Saturday's going to have all like the Wholesome Game Fest and everything, and yeah. There've already been a bunch of good ones. There was one I think a week ago called the Thinky Game Direct, which is all kind of puzzle games, and like I added like 15 games to my wish list from that thing, and there's just a million of those showcases. Like, look,
there were a couple.
Yeah.
Just this week, even like earlier today.
I think today there were some. Yeah.
Yeah, like Black Voices in games, women-led games, Latam made games.
Yeah. Always some cool stuff.
There's good stuff out there.
There are more games at more prices than you have any way of dealing with. So
yeah. I mean, that is a separate problem in and of itself.
Yeah.
that is actually a deep problem that I see no way of actually fixing, but neither here nor there.
Some indie game is gonna not realize GTA is releasing on the same day as their game, and then go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Really quick, the last Summer Game Fest thing before we move on what we've been playing. If Nintendo does do a direct next week, like some of the rumors have been, like a general direct, a real direct on Tuesday. Fire Emblem needs a release date, and I imagine that's relatively soon. I can see that being like September. Like August or September, and then kind of like show the release date, and then be like, oh, in July we're gonna have a more in-depth showcase on it. But that means they don't have fall games. They literally don't have fall games, so they need to announce like what is coming out in October and November and December. I do think that Ocarina of Time remake is real for the anniversary of Zelda, and I do think that'll be their big fall thing. I have a prediction. It's going to be the 30th anniversary of the Nintendo 64. This is less a prediction and more I want them. Give me a little N64 mini with 4 little controllers that come out of it. I think that'd be fun.
Wasn't it revealed that the SNES mini was like a response to just very poor Wii U sales?
Yeah, they were like, this is not going well. What do we do? Again, the thing we just talked about of like, what did we do like 20 years ago that people really liked? Let's just do that.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't really have a big marquee game yet this year.
For the going
for
forward?
The fall. Yeah.
No, not at all. Star Fox is this month. Rhythm Heaven is next month. And then a lot of question marks. I'm assuming Fire Emblem's gonna be in one of those slots, but it does feel like something. If it's not going to be Pokemon, obviously, because then maybe there is some other Pokemon announcement that isn't Wind and Waves, but it feels like this fall needs to have a big Pokemon or Zelda or Mario adjacent thing. Maybe that's just going to be like Smash Ultimate Deluxe or something like that. I don't know.
Don't forget,
I would not be surprised.
Splatoon Raiders in July.
Splatoon Raiders, yeah.
Splatoon Raiders. It actually looks fun.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised if they did announce at some point during this week, either on their own stage or like maybe there's a hookup with Jeff. Hey, Smash is coming. Not that they give a date or any details or anything, but just, hey, it's coming.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Hell yeah. Any
not
final,
a deluxe though. I'm off that.
No deluxe. You're off that. You're off that deluxe.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do a deluxe anymore. I think they want to sell new consoles, especially with the price going up. They're going to say the next Smash is only going to run on Switch 2.
Starting fresh. Yeah. I agree with you there. Let's talk about stuff we've been playing and watching before we wrap up. Nick.
Sure.
What have you been playing and watching?
Well, I didn't write it down, but of course I've been playing Marathon. Season 2 dropped. It's really cool. You should play Marathon. I don't want to get yelled at for talking about it more, so I'm just not going to. Actually, no. People really. At this point,
it's kind of an assumption. It's like if I ask how your day was, and you start it by saying, "Well, I slept from like midnight to like 7 a.m. I'm like, well, you don't need to tell me that. I'm just gonna
3 of those hours are playing Marathon.
Yeah, exactly.
The new Night March map is really cool. Like the nighttime and all this use of dark and light and everything. It's got a really cool new puzzle area. So they're actually doing something really cool with their maps that I kind of wish more games would do. Well, I guess they do in like the Warzone and Fortnite and all that, where like the Battle Royale maps kind of change over time. Well, that's kind of what they did on this, where there was a previously closed area in an already existing map that on the nighttime map is now like a big kind of raid area that you have to puzzle through and unlock. So I'm actually like, it makes me excited to see what they're gonna do with their existing maps, along with brand new maps that they're going to introduce down the line. But yeah, I was glad people really liked my essay on it, and I did see quite a few comments of people that said they were going to try it out during the free week. So if you wanted to try out Marathon, it's got a free week going on right now. So get in there and loot up.
Neat.
Other than that, I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2. I finally finished a couple runs. Really like the game. I just want it to be in 1.0 whenever that's going to happen. Not much to say on it other than it's literally more Slay the Spire, and if you like the original, you'll like the sequel. But the game that I started up last night, just on a whim, and I've had it in my backlog list forever, and I just kind of kept looking at it, and I've started it up before and didn't get hooked by it, but I think I might stick with it now. Is wait to hear the title of this one for me. Star Ocean: The Second Story R.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's a remake of the JRPG, and it's visually gorgeous. Like I really love how they did this one compared to the other remakes that are like this HD 2D style, because it changes. I don't know, Marty. Maybe you've played this one, but is the perspective of the original game like this, or is it more traditional top down?
I'd never actually played Star Ocean as a kid. I do remember it wasn't directly top down, if I'm not mistaken. It was like slightly. They did kind of have some like weird depth of field parallax scrolling shit, which makes sense with the two remakes they've done. How that kind of not quite 2.5 HD, but like their own spin on it.
Yeah. I remember loading it up when it came out because I was really intrigued by the visuals alone, and the concepts of Star Ocean. Did not like the combat system when I loaded it up the first time. I think this came out like during a time when a lot of different games were coming out, so I kind of dropped it right away. But now that I've spent more time with the combat system, I actually really dig it. It's almost like a mix of, I would say the closest equivalent is like Final Fantasy Remakes combat, 7 Remakes combat system, where it's real time, but also you can kind of tactically pause and then use your spells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's even like parry, like not parries, but like time dodges where you'll see an enemy flash right, and if you dodge, and you get kind of a stagger on them and all that. So I would say the random encounter, like it's a little bit annoying of how much the random encounters kind of pause you moving through the world. But that's these types of games, so you get used to it and the grind after a while.
Does it have any of those like quality of life features like the Square games do? Do you know, like to where you can turn off combat or turn down the number of encounters?
I don't think so, because I think like this is a very much you gotta do the combat to grind up your levels to be ready for the bosses. So yeah, I don't think it skips that. But yeah, I'm like I'm actually quite interested in the story. Like the more I've read about it, it's like kind of a mix of like a traditional adventure and a love story. So I kind of like that aspect. And then just the visuals of the game have kind of been blowing me away. It's just like a really fun game to look at, even in the overworld.
It is a gorgeous game.
Yeah,
no, it's a gorgeous game that I've been meaning to jump on it as well. I think I've owned it on Switch since release and have not touched it.
Yeah, I think you'll dig it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I'm playing on my Steam Deck. My version of my Steam Deck.
Sure.
But I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, but I'm definitely liking what I've played so far. I keep going around trying to find more like Sea of Stars like JRPGs. And I tried that Quartet. I did not like the combat system of that.
I wasn't crazy about Quartet either.
And then there's the other one, Rapture something. I forget what it's called. Haven't gotten to try that one yet. I'm waiting for that Threads of Time game to come out.
That's going to be shown off at the Day of the Devs Friday after the Xbox showcase, or after the Summer Game Fest showcase.
I'm gonna have to drive like real fast to where we're going camping, so I can just sit on my phone in the tent and watch more reveal.
Yeah, it's what camping's really all about: is ignoring your friends and sitting in a tent and using spotty internet to watch a game conference.
No, not somebody in chat mentioned Chained Echoes. I played Chained Echoes. I really like that. The other game I was thinking of is Beloved Rapture, which is another turn-based JRPG.
Nice. Anything else?
Nope. From's getting close to wrapping up its 4th season, and I still love that show very much. And I have convinced Darren to do a video on it at some point. So you're welcome.
His
From
fingers were
lovers.
behind his
Nice.
his fingers were tied behind his back. Crossed? Tied? I don't know what the term is. Whatever. You knew the joke.
In Ireland, they say tied.
I keep trying to make a From Soft joke, and I don't know how to. Whenever he makes it, like I haven't thought of in my head. There's like a great joke from Hard. That just sounds kind of gross.
From Soft now sounds gross because of you.
From Soft sounds
from Hard.
If you think about the fact that there's a state of From Soft and a state of From Hard, it makes the name From Soft kind of weird. That's all I'm saying.
To realize I'm playing as Kenny or Reyna. I'm playing as Reyna, actually.
What are you talking about?
In Star Ocean, the two main characters are Kenny and Reyna.
Oh,
I moved on to the bit and then I completely forgot what we were talking about before. That's right. Eric's last name translated into English is Soft Hard.
Thank you for that information.
You would specifically like the dialogue in Star Ocean, Marty, because it's like that fun type of like goofy raunchy comedy.
I like this. I like goofy raunchy comedy.
Yeah. Like you meet your aunt in an inn, and she gives you and Kenny the same room, and then you come down and then she's like, "So how'd it go?" And she's like, well, "It was very comfy." And she's like, "That's not what I was asking."
Oh, Aunt, Auntie, behave.
You just kind of walk away, like, "Yeah, okay."
Absolute horn dog.
The game is very horny.
Shout out to horny 90s JRPGs. What would we do without you?
Games are horny now.
Games are horny now. Too horny,
Yes,
or just the good amount of horny, the right amount of horny?
Not horny enough for Twitter, apparently.
Not horny enough for Twitter.
I mean, speaking of games now, like I'm very close to finishing 007. I have a very split opinion on it. I do think it's good. I am having a good time, but it's doing a lot of the things that I kind of like wag my finger at that the big budgets do, which is kind of just hold your hand and kind of puppet most of the experience so that you're on a very, very narrow line in terms of like what you're allowed to do as a game. And not to get into like a whole thing, but like this is as much a video game as I feel like Mixtape was. In the sense that like it kind of plays itself in instances.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go down this rabbit hole.
I smell a
we don't have to go down that hole.
It's one of those games that kind of like The Last of Us, for example. You have like the listen modes, you can see enemies through walls and all that. I've always turned that off in both games because it like completely changes the experience into a much more tense survival action game. Mm-hmm. I think 007, and to be fair, I may be wrong here. I didn't look through all the settings, but like there are too many things that just tell you where the enemies are going to be, what they're doing, how to distract them, and all that. And I think I talked about last week with you guys of like I wish it was more sandboxy like the Hitman games. I wish like the levels were a little bit more puzzle based than they are, because like they give you all the tools to make it that way. But the challenge isn't really there to force you to engage with it that way, because you basically can't just run up to people and punch them in the face and they're not going to shoot you while you're doing that in most cases. Yeah,
you don't get a ton of pushback when you play that way. If you do, however, submit to the fantasy of this is dangerous and I'm Bond and I'm human and whatnot, you can have a good time. And like the thing is like it will look and sound and feel like this amazing interactive cinematic experience, but like it's an illusion and it's a really good one, and I commend it for that. But it is what it is. Like that's how I feel at the end of the day. But I am enjoying it. The story is really fucking good. Like that's the main thing, and that's what usually gets these games the kind of acclaim that they get, is because the story carries everything. And this is a fantastic Bond story. Like there were so many moments where it was like, oh, this is classic Bond, and like they nail it, and like I just got a big smile on my face because I'm just enjoying it. And in those moments, it's not gameplay. I'm watching a cutscene. So I'm weighing all these things. Like I really love what they're doing here, but some of that love is because they made a great Bond movie. and not because they made a great Bond video game. But I am enjoying the game. I just want to say that much.
I love this take.
Outside of that, I did play the Onimusha demo. We got word that dropped yesterday, right?
Tuesday.
The showcase, yeah.
Tuesday, yes. It's very short. It's about maybe 30, 40 minutes. You don't get to go to a whole lot of places and see a lot of stuff or fight a lot of enemies. It's like maybe two or three varieties of enemies you see, and then what felt like maybe the first part of a boss fight at the end. That being said, it looks really good. It feels really good. It's not doing anything out of the ordinary in terms of like sword play. Like you have light and heavy attacks, and then you have like parries, you have dodges, and you have two parries because you have a deflect parry, which can like send projectiles back to enemies and like knock people back so you can get like finishing moves on them. And like similarly to some of these other more cinematically styled action games, like it's very, very satisfying when you just kill stuff, because like it does all the like the animations for the kills and for the parries and stuff are like very involved and very gorgeous. Like they make a big deal out of it. Like in Sekiro, greatest combat ever made, when you parry somebody, it's just a quick ping and like, they get sent back or whatever, right? This is like the sword like scrapes across their weapon and like he moves it away from like where it was gonna hit him and slides it down around the side of him. Like it's just super satisfying looking and sounding. And like I could do that all day. I don't care if it's the easiest thing in the world because it's a very big parry window for the game, but it's just so satisfying to do. I love doing it. So I was desperate to play more because it's such a short demo, and I've been really looking forward to this. So I'm still kind of like very hyped for Onimusha Way of the Sword. So check out.
What if Sekiro was just called Sekiro greatest combat system ever? Like that would be like fucking put that out. Just name the game that. That's totally fine.
Why not? Yeah, the sequel will go hard.
Like speed wise, like flow wise, because you haven't played a lot of, if any, Onimusha previously, right?
No, this is the first Onimusha anything I've ever.
What would the closest? And I think a lot of the audience too. That was kind of a relatively niche series from 25 years ago. For folks who might be jumping into this for the first time, what would you say is the closest analog? Like, is it Sekiro or is it something?
This feels a lot like Ghost of Tsushima, swordplay wise.
Okay,
like kind of in all aspects. Like it looks kind of like how cinematic the fights are, and how well paced the fights are. Like you'll have like standoffs with enemies where like they're kind of like slowly walking towards you, and you're like kind of steadily in your stance, and then as they strike, then you do your move, and you can like cover distance with like a long range strike when you like parry them and knock them back or whatnot. So like it has those moments of like classic samurai cinema or whatnot. Like it's clear that's what they were going for. So like Ghost of Tsushima is probably the closest analog I would say.
Cool, but more like linear, right? Like the levels aren't like
you're definitely running down paths. The map that they had me on, like it's big, but it's hallways. Like it reminded me of I was watching your playthrough, Marty, of Silent Hill, whatever the new one was. Yes. Yeah, where it's like it's a big map, but like you're kind of just running through like it's basically a maze where you're like running through like corridors to navigate it and stuff. And then you do loop around to get back to other areas after you like, go down certain pathways. But at least that particular map, like that demo map, which I don't think is the very beginning, like it seemed like they maybe pushed you a little inwards to get you into some combat stuff. It was just kind of small and tight, but like I'm desperate to see more. Like the demo is not a good chunk of the game. It's very tiny. Yeah. So take from that what you will.
Yeah, it's because that's one of the September games as well. September 25th, that's coming out. Again, another feather. I mean, we'll see how the game is, but another big release for Capcom after Pragmata, Resi 9, Monster Hunter Stories. And I'm kind of curious what else they're going to show off because if they're going to have any big games.
Dino Crisis finally.
Because they showed off
kind of revived
Mega
everything
Man at the Game Awards, right? The new Mega Man. So yeah,
Dual Overdrive.
Maybe they'll announce
the only other
another Listen, we have one last Mega Man collection. You could do it. You could announce the Mega Man Legends collection. I believe in you.
I guess that's what isn't there? Yeah, there's a rumor going around about a new Dead Rising being ready for reveal too. That they're gonna reboot the franchise.
I haven't actually heard anything about that. I could see that, yeah. But zombies again. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't want that. I've never liked any of those games, actually.
Listen, Tyrell, you're saying Breath of Fire. Just fucking make a new Breath of Fire. Just call it Breath of Fire. Just be like, Capcom's making an RPG. Fucking deal with it.
Yeah, why not?
Sure,
How long has it
there
been?
You go. Since the last Breath of Fire? I think like 25
Since
years.
like the last Capcom RPG.
Yeah, right? I mean, because like, it kind of just transformed into Monster Hunter, which is not really an RPG.
Yeah, not really. Yeah.
Are we doing anything Monster Hunter? Or what's going on there? Where are we in the Monster Hunter cycle?
Oh,
well, they finally got the PC version where it needs to be. So I think they can talk about new content finally without pissing everybody off.
Yeah, they always have like a big DLC drop at some point. I can't remember how Monster Hunter Wilds was only last year, right?
Yeah.
Was it like last February, like really early last year? Like February.
Yeah, I can't remember what the distance is between like their launch and then like their big DLC drop, because they always have at least one big DLC drop. So I don't know. Maybe they'll say something about it here and then it drops later, but I don't know.
Speaking of Capcom, I do think we'll see what the next Resident Evil remake is. Now that 9's out the door. So if that's Code Veronica, that a lot of the rumors are pointing towards, or Resident Evil 1 or 0, I think we'll see that from Capcom. Casey, what else? You been playing or watching anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to Mean the Hollower though. Jack had a real spicy take on his stream earlier today that I agreed with. Where he said that he wasn't enjoying it.
Oh, why?
Like Jack, he said he didn't like how it felt to move in the game, and he started with the hammer, which he thought was like, oh, I'm moving too slow, and then he started over with the whip, and then he still wasn't liking it. I started with the whip and played like 4 or 5 hours, and like I had a conversation with Marty earlier. I was like, yeah, like I'm not into it yet. Like it feels like it's not doing anything new or interesting, and I'm kind of just over the top-down Legend of Zelda-esque combat. Like I love the exploration, but the combat just really takes me out of it.
Sure,
the Hollower is not doing anything new. The
4-direction combat, like it almost feels rudimentary compared to like, I don't know, Hades or something, like another asymmetric
and like
combat.
Games have come a certain distance since that time, and like I don't like that a lot of games that emulate that style just stick to that, like almost like without like I don't think it's fun. Maybe other people do. Like I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I want to give it more time. Like I desperately want to like Mina the Hollower, so I'm gonna give it more chances.
That's the worst part about being a games critic is like this game. I need to like this. I need to like it because everybody else like.
Like I thought, from the looks of it, I thought I would. I thought I'd be all in. I'm not.
I'm curious if
yet.
it's like almost like a cilantro thing with certain things, because I told you it did take me a little bit for it to sink its teeth into me, but after I cleared the first tower, once it did, like I just lost myself in that game for that weekend. Like I put like 25 hours into it that weekend and went nuts, and then went on New Game Plus and stuff. But yeah, I could totally get just, I don't know, it clicked with me at one point, and I don't know why, and I could envision a sliding doors moment where it just didn't click, and I'm feeling the exact same way as you guys.
I'm going to finish 007, and then I'm going to go back to Mina the Hollower, and then I'll report back if it does finally click, or if I can't.
You'll report back on why you don't love the games everyone else loves.
That's been my big thing this year. Is like for the last few years, I kind of did those lists of games I was completing and all that, and for the most part, I liked most of those games I was completing. But lately, like because there are just so many games. I've stopped forcing myself just to finish a game just to finish it.
Sure.
Because I really dug like the couple opening hours of Aphelion, that new game from Don't Nod, and then I got to the stealth section and I did not like that. I'm like I don't have the desire to finish this at this point.
Yeah, it's fine to kind of bounce off.
It still annoys me. It still annoys me in the back of my head. I'm like I have it installed. And I'm like I should finish it. No, I just can't.
Heck, I've been all week. I've been like, I gotta get back into Forza. I gotta get back into Lego Batman. I gotta get back into First Light. I still have like one zone left in Saros. I think I'm just not going to finish Saros.
Oh my! I forgot about Saros.
Remember that? That was years ago.
I completely forgot. I didn't finish Saros yet. I completely forgot about it.
Returnal. We were
Holy
children.
shit!
I think I forgot to mention that when I finished Saros, or maybe I did mention that. I don't remember. Somebody listened to the podcast. Remember the end game of that game made, like, I think Casey, one of your big criticisms on Saros was like it didn't feel like Returnal in the challenge department, kind of like. The end game part of Saros fixes that. Like, it makes sense why the game is structured the way it is once you get to that end game portion. I would say it's very much worth finishing for the end game. Basically, without spoiling,
and then there's like more.
No, without spoiling anything, there's a new area that opens up that you do not go through the main game, and you get to this new zone that is completely separate from that. And so everything that you've built up over that first zone, like you don't take your weapons or anything over to the new zone, but basically the reason you're leveling up is to be ready for that new zone. And that new zone is basically Return.
I'll spoil it for you. You get to a place and there's a sign that says rude dudes only. And you know, if I cross this threshold, I'm going to have to fight rude dudes the rest of this game. And every single thing.
Jumbly Whelmy says he gets good after 40 hours energy. No, that is not the case. What is the case is the structure of the game makes complete sense once you get to that point.
Once you cross that threshold. Okay.
Yes.
This is like when
I was pretty deep, but like, yeah, I don't recall anything like that.
Bad.
Yeah, when I hit that point in Saros, I was like, the light bulb turned on. I was like, okay, I understand what I was doing this entire time. I understand why it's structured this way with the permanent progression. I get it now. And that's when the game really turned.
What is the boss you kill before that happens? Do you remember? Because I'm trying to gauge how close I am.
Have you done like the whole like mirror kind of world area?
That does not ring a bell. The last big bad I killed was like a swarm
flying thing. Oh no. Okay, yeah. So there's one more. There's a boss after that, and then you're gonna go back, and then there's gonna be another new area that you have to go to in that main path. And then after that is where the end game part opens up.
Oh my god, there's so much more game left.
Yeah, but it's worth it. Do it. It's really cool.
Shit. All right, it's on the list. It was always on the list. I just forgot about it.
So anyways, I brought up those 4 games I'm not playing because I'm just playing a bunch of DS games. That's all I've been playing. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Awakening, which is a 3DS game, and I've been playing in my Ain Thor.
I missed that one.
I've never played any Fire Emblem game until Three Houses. But now that I got this Ain Thor, which I've talked about a couple times, a really great pocket Android emulator with 2 screens that does it, does 3DS and 2DS emulation better than any device I've ever owned. I decided to finally jump in because like I missed a lot of games in both DS generations. Like I owned both of them, but I just wasn't playing a lot of games then. And then a lot of the cool stuff I would be interested in got really expensive. But now I could steal it because they don't let me buy it at normal prices. So that's fine.
As you should.
Exactly. And so, yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening, partly because I'm excited for the new Fire Emblem, Fortune's Weave, I believe it's called, coming out on Switch. I think that's the name of it. That's a weird name. But yeah, Awakening is interesting. It's it doesn't have the kind of like social, like there's no like space you walk around in between missions like Garreg Mach or anything. So you're not going to people's like dorm rooms or anything or going to the kitchen and having meals with them. But as you fight in battle, like 2 characters who are alongside each other will team up to do attacks and like give defense to the other one and that kind of stuff. And those characters do build bonds that both go through the actual, gameplay to where they'll work better together. And as well as you get those little vignettes between the characters. What I didn't realize, playing this game, I know there's some time travel stuff. These are like half of these characters are in Smash, so I knew who like Chrom and Lucina and Robin are. I'm like, okay, I know who all these people are from Smash. Halfway through the game, all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, main character Chrom, you're getting married to this girl, your horse girl. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm barely using horse girl. What do you mean my main character is getting married to horse girl? Apparently halfway through the game, you get married to whichever girl he has the highest relationship status with My highest was with his sister, so I'm very thankful that they just skipped that.
So they just went like, all right, who's next?
Because in my mind, I'm like, it's like him and his little sister. Like he'd protect her in combat. Like they'd go out together. Like she's the healer and he's doing the damage. So luckily they skipped him. That now he's just marrying this horse girl, and nothing against the horse girl. She's great. Like she's fine in combat and stuff. I'm like, you are not in my head a main character of this story, and now you're married, and then you have a kid, and there's time travel involved, and so I'm playing as the kid. I'm like, I don't think Horse Girl deserved this big of a role in this story.
It's the tactics version of 12 minutes.
It's kind of like the tactics version of 12 minutes. I just didn't even understand it was going to happen. I was very confused by this.
That was the big hook for this one, is the pairings. Like, you were actually able to ship the characters by.
I'm learning all this in real time. But no, the game is great. The game like plays. Missing a few of the quality of life tweaks that I liked in Three Houses, but it plays great. Like I really like the combat. It has a couple like units and different things that weren't in Three Houses, so feel completely foreign to me. But that's just that perfect level of kind of bite-sized mission with interesting like anime Game of Thrones storytelling in between. So yeah, pretty much that's just making me get excited for the new Fire Emblem game. And also, if people have recommendations for cool DS or 3DS games of Mythnos, let me know, and I will steal them. Anything else? Eric said Sonic Rush. I think it's already on there. I think I have all the Sonic games on there. And one last super chat. Thank you. Or two last super chats. Thank you so much, RIP Grogu with the pair. Have you spoke about Rayman Legends Retold, also including the Origins remaster while being $39.99? Nice. The game looks beautiful, but I think it loses some of the charm of the original 2D game. We didn't talk about it earlier. I'm excited to play this. I do think its visuals look different. I wouldn't say worse, just different. And so I am glad that I think the old game is still playable on modern hardware, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's one of those good things. Just include the old version in it. That's the way we fix all of these things. Is you make the game, but you include the old version that you could play when you bought it.
No, it must be removed from memory.
Okay, that one as well. And then RIP Grogu, thank you so much. Also, laughing at this week's top-selling games from Famitsu: 007 First Light, second place, Pokopia third. What could be first? Of course, Tomodachi Life. The game can't be good.
That's one of those games that's one of the games that's like taking over popular culture that we in games media just don't pay attention to.
Yeah, no. Listen,
we're too hardcore.
That's our problem. Our problem? We're too hardcore. Don't tell it to Eric. Don't tell it to Eric. He'll bust out his Tomodachi Life. We'll give this little critter a pat. And then Randolph. And then Randolph Gandalf. Thank you so much, Randolph Gandalf. Not the most relevant chat. Sorry, lads. The original Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was seen at the time as a legendary console launch lineup and timeline. Oh, the original Switch. Direct was seen at the time as a legendary console launch lineup and timeline. Now the feeling that the Switch 2 isn't living up. What do you think? Oh no, so I think you're saying when the Switch 2 was originally revealed, it seemed like it was a crazy good launch. It's like, oh my god, Mario Kart, oh my god, this Donkey Kong game. Whereas a year later, it feels like some of that new car smell has worn off.
Yeah, I don't think it's been like consistently good launches. You know, like I mean, they've had a lot of exclusives, but I just don't think
one every month.
Yeah, it just hasn't been like a Donkey Kong level game enough. I guess like Metroid Prime 4 was kind of and then we had Air Riders.
Pokopia ended up becoming that, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, other than Pokopia and maybe Donkey Kong, I think all of those launches people were less excited for them than they thought they would be. Like,
sure,
I was hyped for Mario Tennis Fever, and nobody else seemed to be.
Yeah, I played that for a couple of days, and then I never touched it again.
Yeah,
I still haven't gotten past the tutorial yet. Nothing against it.
It's a long ass tutorial. It's a long tutorial. It's stupid long for a tennis game. I get it. I have to smack balls around. We get it.
I'll figure it out. I'll sort it out.
More than that. Yeah. The balls go deeper, Nick.
I do think any sort of discontent or any feelings people have over the Switch can very easily evaporate if there's a sick Direct and Star Fox comes out and is really cool. Which Star Fox looks really cool. I'm very excited for that.
But another remake?
Yeah, they showed more of it recently, right? I need to
they
watch
showed
that,
like 9
whatever
minutes
that
of it.
was.
I don't like
And
the way
also
you say remake, Nick. I don't like the tone of your voice when you say that.
Yeah, I would have been more excited if it was like a new Star Fox game.
You just keep talking about wanting to see Reach get remade.
No,
How's
I
that
just
any
said
different?
I didn't say remake.
You-
I just said cleaned up.
You have to buy this Star Fox game for them to make the new Star Fox game. That's the agreement.
It's
the
like they have a
contract we
gun to
signed.
Slippy's head.
And only Slippy.
And only Slippy. No, wait, we have guns to all of them. Don't walk away. We'll kill whichever one you like.
My new rule is I only support games with Jello in it.
Slippy's kind of jello-y.
Slippy's kind of jello-y. Yeah.
He's got eyes though.
Have you seen
eyes.
They've been showing in a couple of different like indie directs that Wild Blue Skies game, which is Star Fox 64 again.
Yeah.
Like the more I've seen that game, the more it looks exactly like Star Fox 64.
Yeah. Yeah, especially having just replayed the original games.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, that's just it. That's spot on. You did it.
And that comes out August 13th.
There you go.
And personally, I think the visuals of that look way better than the Star Fox remake.
All right, let's pump the brakes. We don't need to use the word way.
Different for sure.
It's different art style. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going for what Star Fox is going for. I think they nailed it. They're going for like this hyper real, like tactile, sort of like that puppet image from the SNES box. Like they're trying to invoke that, and I think they nailed it. It just is jarring.
I feel like it could be 10% more puppety. It's not quite puppety. It needs to be a little bit more.
Needs a Grogu.
It does need a Grogu or a Babu.
Would that be better or worse? I don't know. Like if it looked like there were like hands inside of the Star Fox characters, would that be worse or would that be better?
It would ignite some fires inside a lot of folks, I think. And then Resident Chuni, thank you so much for $5 dono. I'm here to bang the mouse mode controls again. Previews of Star Fox are singing high praises for the mode. Apparently, the new Call of Duty will also support it. I've heard, Resident Chuni, you're not alone. There's a very small island out there of people who are like proclaiming, singing the praise of mouse mode. I also don't think I will ever use it, but I'm glad it's there. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. This is the Switch 2 mouse mode, being able to take the Joy-Con and kind of use it as an optical mouse.
Yeah, I refuse to to make use of that. It's too reminiscent of mouse and keyboard, even though I think mouse is fine.
Sure.
But if we start messing with mouse, they're going to start getting tempted to bring in the keyboard and fuck that.
We can't. That's a slippery slope. That is too slippery of a slope.
Life was better when we had cell phones with actual physical keyboards on them.
T9. That was a real good T9 Dexter. Tell you what.
Yeah.
That bad boy used to just slide out from underneath your screen. It's crazy time.
Where were you hiding? Incredible.
Sorry, I have a text message to do.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for us today. As a reminder, programming note, tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central, Casey and I will be back doing a watch along of Summer Game Fest Live for a couple hours, and I believe Day of the Devs, they said, is immediately afterwards, which is usually like another half hour, so we'll probably watch both of those. And then we'll be back Sunday morning at noon Central for the Xbox Showcase, along with Gears. Nick will possibly be with us then. We shall see.
Maybe hungover, but I'll be there and ready.
Perfect. Great.
Gears is gonna come up and like, yes.
What else, Nick? You and Eric have an Unpacked ready for tomorrow?
Yep, I'll have an Unpacked tomorrow on the end of Destiny. Look forward to the comments on that one. And then I'm going for the weekend. That's it.
Rad. Casey?
Yeah, not much. Streaming the game stuff with Marty tomorrow. Same thing on Sunday. No Super Smash Sunday. I mentioned it last week because that's another conference that we'll be streaming. Mm-hmm. And if you haven't already, check out my last video. Hopefully, there's a lot of things going on, so I haven't had time to sit down and edit. But hopefully, you'll get another video essay from me soonish.
Hell yeah!
So keep an eye out for that.
And then, yes, thank you for reminding me, chat. There is going to be a sponsored stream. Jack and I are going to be doing a sponsored stream tomorrow at noon to 2. So a couple hours before the Xbox Showcase, Jack and I will be playing a game on a sponsored stream. Tune in for that. And then Jaegerlux, thank you so much for the $5 dono. What is your ideal gameplay in a game with dinos? Are they the threat? Are you the dino? Is it human versus dino? Dino versus dino? Ooh.
All those sound good, honestly.
All those do sound good. I think those are two very different things. If you are a human trying to survive against dino, that is one flavor of game. But if you're a dino who just gets to like run around, that's a whole.
We should have Jesse play the Isle on stream again. It's where you literally grow up at the Isle. You grow up as a dinosaur in like an MMO environment and avoid other players trying to eat you.
Jesus.
Wait, the other dinosaurs are players?
Yeah, as a dinosaur MMO, you just live the life of a dinosaur.
Live the life of a dinosaur.
Why isn't Jesse already playing this game?
Why is he just living there?
I streamed it once back on The Escapist.
Oh, Dino games. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. So, we'll see you back tomorrow, noon for the sponsored stream, and then 4 p.m. Central. Casey and I will be back for Summer Game Fest Live. So, for Nick and Casey and Eric, this was Marty. This was Firelink episode number 113. Thank you all so much. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your Thursdays, and hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow for the showcase. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Peace.